Hello, my name is Rhino G, and I will be doing a speedrun for Katana Zero Action only. We'll be having a stable seed, and we'll be using Prism Sword. The only two swords that we can use without changing the category would be Katana or Prism Sword. The rest would be considered a different category called Lab Swords. So, jumping into the run, we will... So for action only, it's definitely a lot shorter. The story has around an hour of a run, I guess. Nearly an hour. And the game's a lot shorter on just actions only, so the screens where you'll be playing definitely saves a lot of time and a lot less menuing. The soundtrack in the game is also very good, in my opinion. So this game gives a feel for Hotline Miami. If you've ever seen it previously, gives that feel, in my opinion, and it is published by the same people, Devolver Digital. It's pretty fun. So this is one of my favorite tracks. It's pretty fast paced, and there is a slow-mo mode, but speedrunners don't use that. That wastes time. It's a time where you can use slow down time so that you can deflect bullets easier. But for us, we'll just be deflecting bullets without slowing down time. Definitely a lot more risky. Right here, I'm gonna reset to move my character forward a little bit. Time save in this game is mostly off how precise your rolls are. But I felt like that was kind of slow. I'm gonna reset there to reset the guy back so I can get into the crowd and play a little Floor is Lava with the people. People are the safe areas. I don't want to get seen here. It would be a big time loss to get seen in that area. Also, this soundtrack is also pretty good. Oh. Ended up on the bottom side, but that's fine. So there aren't really any glitches aside from, I wouldn't say glitch, but time save from just quick resetting to either change the place of your character real quick or to start a sequence right away. I almost missed a bullet and that could have gotten me killed, but I did a pretty good recovery there. An enemy spawns up there, and that's just a preference of how I like to get rid of him. Some runners, you'll see them just run through the top, run through the bottom, and wait for that top guy to run down the stairs. Which definitely is an option. Oh, my rolls were very off there. So each run should be around 20 minutes, I would say, depending on like how many mistakes you make, such as that mistake I just made there, how many deaths you have. I almost got seen by that guy, so that would have been bad. But it shouldn't take any longer than 20, let's say 22 minutes, 25. I just finished a full run recently with a bunch of deaths, and I finished it around 20 minutes. World record right now is 17 minutes 4 seconds, I believe. Yeah, the soundtrack in each stage, definitely unique to the game, but it gives you the feel for each stage. And in my opinion, the art style is very flashy. You pay attention to small things when your character is moving, you'll see some lighting on the edges or something. I almost died there, was not paying attention, but luckily I deflected the bullet back to the guy. I don't think there's any light here that I could show, but I know for sure in the hotel it has some subtle lights that are very pretty. Similar to the lights of my character's dash or movement. Alright. So this is one of the longest areas, I would say. Am I gonna say longest area, or stage? Studio, I'm gonna say, is the longest stage. This is the studio, and this whole thing has 3-4 parts, and it's pretty long. Making a mistake here would be pretty bad in a race. Yeah. So definitely a lot of room for either comebacks or whatever. So taking leads and comebacks of simple movements like that. This is a nice little Silent Hill reference, as you saw that one machinery walking towards me. Alright, not bad. That room was pretty quick. So right here I'm going to show you a little exploit kind of thing that they've discovered, that I'm copying. You reset here, wait for the guy to roll. If you attack and at the right time, as soon as he stands up, he won't be able to attack you. And that isn't actually the fastest, but it is definitely the most consistent. And as I was talking, it distracted me from deflecting that bullet, but that's fine. Yeah, your first playthrough of this can get pretty intense because you can get locked into an area of repetitive dying multiple times, which might happen to me in one of the areas called Bunker. Well, let's hope not. Speaking of repetitive dying. Oh yeah, speaking of repetitive dying. Oh jeez. You know, just never mention it and it won't happen. But as soon as you... the minute you talk about it, it just happens like there's no tomorrow. Wait, what? You have to be kidding me. Alright. That could have been way easier, way faster too. I'm gonna try to attempt to skip here. I didn't get it, but if you spam the skip button there, you can skip that cutscene and save a few seconds. As soon as you grab your sword here, you do a quick reset, and you can start this mini boss fight real quick. Oh, I missed, which wasn't good, and I don't know if I'm gonna get behind this guy. Okay, so I did. But definitely slower. Losing a lot of time for no reason at all. In this area, to save just seconds of time, you just want to reset as soon as you see a like little save icon on the bottom right. But only in certain areas will it save time. Like after all these cones and cars, you'll see it right here. And then as soon as I do a quick reset, it starts in the next sequence right away. So small things like that were discovered to save some time. The only RNG thing I can see here would be the guys shooting a bullet at you, and then you can deflect it like that, which would save a little bit of time actually. Oh, that was perfect. That couldn't have been any more perfect. So I lost a lot of time. Oh, I'm losing a lot of time right here, missing the deflect. That was like 4 seconds because it was the first bullet to deflect. But me dying 7 times in that singular area, oh, big yikes. And that is how you throw. That is how you lose all the runs. No! Oh my lord. I have to wait for another shot. I'm not gonna reset because that would just take too much time. But big yikes there. I lost, I feel like, a minute. If I could do everything else perfect, it might make up for that. Ah, are you serious? That one was a little weird. So, what can you do? At least I didn't die is all I can say. Oh god, I'm not gonna get any of that on time. So I could have used the Molotov there to blow up the 2 that were gonna come down the stairs, but I wasn't gonna have enough time, so instead I just walked up to them, and I still died here. Lots of small time loss. I guess I wouldn't say that it's recoverable. It's like in a race, the only way you're gonna catch up is... Oh, I didn't trigger the police. The only way you're gonna catch up is if the other person makes similar mistakes. So consistency is definitely key during these runs. This, I would say Dragon Tape has a little bit of like precise movements, like don't do that. Like, you have to be quicker here. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Stuff like that. Oh. Unfortunate death there. It should not have happened. I almost died again. Ah! I got a little nervous on that specific area. Okay. I somehow barely just got that above a minute. But I think that would take around 50 seconds normally. So much for getting the perfect rest of the run. Right there was supposed to be a cutscene to slow me down a bit. I forgot about that guy. But I came back, oh well. There was supposed to be a cutscene because of that screen. Okay. And it's pretty important to skip because if you don't skip them, they have a really... Oh man. Still don't have that screen down. They have a long cutscene if you don't skip them through the dashes. And I'll give you a good example. If I make a mistake on one of the screens that have the quick skip. I wouldn't say it's a glitch. Oh gosh. I wouldn't say it's a glitch because it's known so that you can get a... Oh god. So that you can get a key. I believe it's in the next room. Stop doing this to me! He just shot so instantly. Shot so instantly. Oh no. Remember when I was talking about dying loops? Found one. Oh no! Oh. And I missed. Oh no. Don't look. So this is one of the parts where if you dash wrong, that whole room itself would be at least 2 minutes or something. Something really long. Because you'd have to fight a bunch of enemies, dodge a bunch of things. It's like it becomes an auto-scroll room, and that's not good at all. Coming up on world record time here, and I'm still 2 maps away. This is Bunker 1. I'm gonna reset after I exit the elevators so that it pretty much opens the doors, starts the sequence right away. Oh man. Something's not right here. That guy was... I feel like in this run, either my reactions was very slow... Oh gosh. Either my reactions are very slow, or those guys are shooting almost instantly. Which I believe should not happen. Ugh. Big yikes on the run. Yeah, you lose a lot of time on small things, but 27 deaths. That's not a small thing. I died in my favorite room. I don't know what to do. Oh no! I'm trying to be fancy. What am I doing? I really wanted to get that down. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I really wanted to get the fancy movement down in that room. Alright, now moving on to Bunker 2. Which is the last area before the final boss. Oh, I didn't. No, what do you mean? I don't understand. Okay. This is more deaths than my last run. This is more deaths than my last recording. Yikes. Oh well. It be like that sometimes. But this is gonna be the last screen just before the boss fight. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And we're gonna be coming up on time real soon. This is the boss fight. Some little dialogue. Few enemies. Hit the boss 3 times. You know, the common number 3. Dodge the bombs. And sort of second phase, which honestly is a lot easier than the first one. What? Let's just pretend I don't die there. Okay. And this is how I actually do it, right? Yeah, I didn't die in that last bit. And this is oh, I also wasted time there because I was spamming the wrong button when I could have done that a lot easier, so I lost a few more seconds. But that's the Katana Zero Actions only speedrun. It's a big yikes for me. But I hope you enjoy the quick, I guess, sort of quick submission for GDQx. It's a really fun, quick pace game that is also at the same time very difficult. But it can be very fun and very appealing to the eyes of people that know and understand the game at how difficult it can be. But it can get very easy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of the soundtracks and the whole game and submission itself. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.